King Edgy here, bringing you another Gen 1 video, and in this one, we are in the finals of the World Cup. We're watching Amp, our beloved teammate, taking on Livid, who, if you'll remember, actually knocked us out of the tournament last year when he beat none other than me, King Edgy, in a tiebreaker. I felt terrible about that. So Amp's here, gonna avenge me a little bit and bring us one step closer, hopefully, to winning the tournament. I really don't like the start here. It's double sleepers, but Tangle is faster than Gloom, so unfortunate start for us for sure. Let's see what happens. He misses the sleep powder. Oh, so do we. Hilarious turn one. Oh, my hope was... Whew. Man, tough. But we have a second sleeper, and we don't get paralyzed by that body slam. Tough. Tough luck to start. It would have been really lucky to put him to sleep when he missed us. But to then get paralyzed on top of it, rough. And the crit, yikes. But at least we get Tangle asleep. And probably got to switch out here because we could only chip Tangela down. We can't really do a ton of damage to it. And then it'll just wake up and keep body slamming us. So probably have to switch out and save the Butterfree for a sack later on, I would guess. Livid does like to make turn 2 predictions, though, but I don't think he'd switch out here facing the Stun Spore when Tangela doesn't really fear a Psychic from Butterfree, right? Because it'll do what? Maybe 20%? Maybe. But if ever there was a time for the Stun Spore, you could risk it here, I guess. Hey, 20 on the nose, not bad. But like I said, he had nothing to fear, and we are fully paralyzed, and another body slam does get the KO. It's not the start we were looking for in this battle. Wiggs is here. Can't get paralyzed by body slam, which is pretty good. 2 blizzards will knock Tangela out, which is pretty good. It could T-Wave right away, also pretty good. So I'm going to expect the T-Wave. Whew, excuse me. I'm going to expect the T-Wave to come through here, followed by the double blizzard. But feeling bad about the start, feeling bad about the fact, ooh, feeling so good, the Sing, and now just 4 body slams get him. So we're just going to keep slamming away here, and there's nothing Livid can do about it. I am being taken on an emotional roller coaster here by Amp. Unbelievable. Holy cow. Holy cow. We're not talking Miltank. Let's go Wiggs. I go for another body slam into the blizzard here because the body slam has the potential to paralyze. And one blizzard I don't think gets Tangela from this range. So we do need a little chip. So we go body slam into the blizzard. Exactly what Amp does. Gets the double stun spore miss, and now we're a little lucky. We have taken a slight lead here, both one sleeping Mon, but Livid's Mon at half health. Our Wiggs comes out, and now it's like maybe Wiggs doesn't have T-Wave. It could be Body Slam Hyper Beam, so that might be the case. I mean, we could just trade Seadra for Wiggs. Seadra probably 3-shots us. If we get a paralysis off, again, we might be close to 4-shotting him. Oh, we do have T-Wave. Amazing. Seadra could agility out of this, but not a huge deal. We could just go for the slam. That Surf, hopefully it wasn't a low roll and it is a 4-shot, but even better, we've got Zam Wow in the back here. Starmie comes out. We had to just click Psychic there, though. Paralyzing Starmie is pretty good. Is it worth getting Alakazam paralyzed in this situation? Honestly, maybe. I mean, Seadra's already paralyzed. Clefable's asleep. I don't know what the speed of our team looks like in the back, but could be worth it. Could be worth it. So more and more Starmies are triple attacking Starmies these days anyway. But yeah, I'd risk it here with the T-Wave. And that's okay. I think we still win this matchup because of the special drops. And if we get one special drop, Starmie kind of has to switch out. But the fact that it's paralyzed now blocks our Sing for any future attacks here. But it's too bad. He could switch out here on the recover, but he doesn't. Hoping for maybe the full para into the crit. But a Psychic with a special drop now could get him, so worth it to stay in, but nope. Excuse me there. Still don't get that special drop. Gotta recover up now. Livid could choose to switch out again, but doesn't. Gets a big crit. We need no para here. Great. And he gets fully paralyzed. Awesome. We can resume Psychicking. We still have 12 left, so I don't know. It's a bit of a stalemate here. But hopefully one that'll work out in our favor. Still no drop. That's 5 Psychics, no drop. It's tough. And in Gen 1, it's got a 30% chance of a drop, so you figure it'll hit. There we go. And now we can just really press the gas here. Livid might switch out on this turn. We recover up, he goes to Clefable, he comes back to Starmie next turn. But we see right through that, don't we, Amp? Because we are amped up, playing out of our minds. And yeah, just get the free recover off, why not? Clefable barely hanging on there. Ooh. Boy, my heart's racing. Amp has been getting some bad luck to start this game and just didn't flinch and just made every single perfect play. I mean, the reads were all perfect. Everything. No one in the world could have played this better. And that's why Amp is representing a team in the World Cup finals here. 2 Psychics get the star now, so you could sack Clefable here. But then that does obviously risk something else potentially getting put to sleep in the future, although he's got 2 paralyzed Mons already. But I think it's risky to leave the star in this turn. So you might have to pull it out. Oh, Pikachu. This is a great Mon for us, especially when Starmie's special is lowered. You gotta sack the Clefable here. You got no choice. Hopefully no additional grass type in the back. Ninetales, it's not terrible. We can paralyze Ninetales. We are faster than it for sure. So he can't really go Confuse Ray. I think he kind of has to go Body Slam here, but we get the paralysis off. It's great. Oh, he just goes for the Fire Blast. Smart. He needs Pikachu gone, so he's just going to take the damage. And now Pikachu doesn't one-shot Starmie or Seadra, so in retaliation, either of those things will kill the Pikachu. Now you could just go for a Surf here, do about 40-45%, let Pikachu go. You could like switch out to Gloom here, which is a pretty safe switch. Hope that you wake up, hope that Ninetales doesn't have Substitute. Again, Ninetales versus Alakazam. Alakazam's got the advantage just a little bit. The Parafusion hacks are tough to overcome. We're hoping Gloom wakes up here. Livid could go out to Seadra and try to get a greedy agility off. I But that would be pretty bold. If he's going to switch out, I think he'd reveal his last, who is faster than Gloom, and just knock Gloom out outright. But revealing your last here, also tough. So, I don't know. Tough choice for Livid. For sure. For sure, tough choice for Livid. And then you gotta think, what do we do? It's tough, right? Because if you've got a water type in the back amp, it just gets walled by these other two water types. And the nice thing is that, like, there's nothing that walls Pikachu, presumably, if Ninetales was Livid's answer for it. So, gotta get rid of this Ninetales, and then Pikachu maybe runs wild. That's our hope. Best way to get rid of the Ninetales? It could be the Alakazam. It's tough. I mean, you could risk it with the Wigs, right? Alakazam probably has more PP than Starmie overall, maybe? 32-32. He's got two 32s as well. If his last move is like Seismic Toss and Starmie's is Blizzard, something like that, we've got more PP than he does, so we can stall him out. We'll see. A lot of thinking going into this turn. Arbok does come out on the switch to Seadra. It's really kind of interesting to me. I don't know. There's no great move here. You could sacrifice Gloom. You could go back to Alakazam here. If Seadra goes for the agility, I think it's a waste of a move. But you hope he makes it. But again, for Livid right now, it's, I think, just about damaging our team here. Got that great damage off on the Pikachu. Just gets similar damage off on the Arbok. Surf probably does around 40%. And just put it in range for whatever your last is. Oftentimes folks save their fastest Mon for last. So if you've got like a Persian, a Meowth, a Tauros, who wouldn't be the fastest on the team, but is still a fast, hard hitter, something like that in the back. Be a little scary if Arbok gets down too low. But Arbok's also not doing a ton for us here. It is a decent answer to Ninetales, because 2 Earthquakes probably knock out the Ninetales, but can't do a ton to Seadra. Seadra's got some good bulk. Looks like Amp has locked in his move, though. So we'll see what happens here. Ooh, it's tense. I think Livid has the lead at this point, given how damaged Pikachu and Gloom are. Even though all 3 of his Mons are paralyzed. His last one isn't. We don't know who it is, and I don't know. Oh, goes for the crit Earthquake into the agility. Amazing. I switch out to Gloom here probably every single time. The agility move is interesting because... oh, Amp just stays in. Okay, cool. Seadra is now in Hyper Beam range. So that's also great. The agility move is great because it's hard to withdraw Seadra now, right? So we know it's going down, which is great. Amp again outplaying me there, where I would have run scared into Gloom and let Alakazam clean it up. But you got to worry if Seadra's Hyper Beam there, it does a lot of damage to Alakazam. So just a safe switch to Gloom here and then into the Alakazam again. Oh, into the Pikachu. Oh, okay, because you can't paralyze the Pikachu, else it 2-shots the star. So there's a nice safe Thunderbolt here. I think is pretty good. It'll put Starmie in range for either Arbok or Wigs to finish it off. Another good call by Amp. It's a stall war against Alakazam, so it's nice against the Pikachu here. Livid could go into the Ninetales here, because it comfortably takes Thunderbolt, and then we're in a slightly tougher spot, so we'll see what Livid decides to do, but Amp again, being more thoughtful than I would have been in this situation, so here we go. Crushing it here in our Gen 1 matchup. Ooh. Ninetales does come out to eat this Thunderbolt, and was really hoping for the crit there, unfortunate. Alakazam is fine to go into here, because you assume that Ninetales is going to go for an attack to finish off the Pikachu, and you probably want to save this Pika for the star. So I'd probably switch out to Alakazam here. We do outspeed through the paralysis. You can just spam Psychic for a little while. If Starmie does come out, again, we hope for that special drop, force it out, and then Ninetales returns, or something else gets hit with a massive Psychic. So Alakazam does come out, takes the Fire Blast decently well. I do think we just attack with Psychic here. I don't think we recover. Because we recover, then he Confuse Rays us, and he'll probably end up winning the matchup anyway here. But we Psychic him once, he's probably in Surf range for the Pikachu, but definitely in Earthquake range for the Arbok. So I think Psychic is probably the way to go. And that's what Amp decides. He goes Ray anyway, so we could save the Alakazam if we wanted to here, but we'd have to risk something else, and everything else I think is more valuable at the moment. So yeah, we just click Psychic again and go down. I think Arbok here is my thought. Because again, Arbok does any chip to Starmie and it's in range for Pikachu. So just a nice little EQ here. Nice little follow-up critical hit EQ into the full para. And a Hyper Beam to clean him up. Or Livid has to reveal his last. But Hyper Beam might clean up. Oh, it's Onyx. Oh, we just win. He's got to go for Body Slam here to paralyze Arbok and let Starmie recover up. But Surf and Thunderbolt finish the game with Pikachu here. Yeah, I think if Livid went Body Slam there, that was his only chance of coming out of this one. Now it's a 1 in 256, otherwise we got it. Yeah, just Surf, Thunderbolt. Amp might be, or I guess Livid is the one slower to act here. Livid might be looking up if Ninetales survives a Surf, and if so, switching out to Starmie here. But if Starmie goes down, you lose your recovery, and Wiggs can just come in against the Ninetales if you really want and just spam Blizzard, and then Pikachu cleans up again. So feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good in this spot. Amp, what a game you played. I mean, gee whiz. The way that game started, I would have tilted hard. Yeah, just so impressed with every game I watch from you, Amp. Way to go. Way to go. Let's take this one home. Again, I don't really know what Livid has to think about here. Yeah, it is the star. It is hoping that the Ninetales survives this Surf, right? That's it. But does it? Maybe it does. But Wiggs can spam Blizzard here. Wow, does Ninetales really survive that Surf? Well, Thunderbolt to Ninetales did 27% earlier, right? Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt. Oh, maybe I don't know. Yeah, 27. Okay. So that's, let's say 150 versus 200. The third more. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, you just spam Blizzard. It doesn't knock out the Onyx. Does Onyx Earthquake knock out Wigs from this range? I don't know, but its Explosion sure does. Oh, this could be bad if our Surf doesn't get him. It might be a roll. Might be a roll. If Amp withdrew, then it's probably a roll. No. Oh, unreal. I don't know if that was a roll or not. I'm going to look it up. Surf. Whew. It technically could have been a roll because you do always round percentages up, but yikes, not favorable. Wow, we lucked out there. I mean, Livid still played it great. And so did Amp, but whew, a little lucky. A little lucky in that end game. Just needed like 5% more off the Ninetales to be it in our range here. So here we go into game 2. We're hoping our luck holds. Again, Livid starting with the sleeper, but it's not the faster Mon this time around. Could go for a Blizzard. Crit Blizzard probably doesn't get Bulbasaur, unfortunately. But it could freeze him. He could miss the Sleep Powder. That's how Livid opened his last game, with that miss. So we'll see what happens this time around. But Body Slam's always pretty safe. Blizzard's probably the move. You could switch out. Also a fine move if there's something you'd rather have asleep. Wow, yeah, that last game. I was thinking too at the end there. Oh, nice para. And a miss. Livid starts the game the same way as last time, missing that Sleep Powder. You Body Slam again here because the crit does knock him out and the Blizzard still doesn't. So going for that crit. We don't get it. We get the full para. We get the double miss. Amp, sleeping with the angels, as they say. No, I'm still thinking about this last game here. On this turn, when I said Wig should just click Blizzard, I was also thinking, how bold would it be for the double, right? But you know what I should have done? I should have looked up how much Wiggly does to Onyx, and if that was a roll. It was not. No, there was no way we were going to KO that Onyx, and we got like the, yeah, close to the max roll too, huh? Anyway, Squirtle's here. So Livid is just Ash, it looks like. Might have a Charizard in the back, depending on where he is. Could be a Charmeleon. But Rattata, the counter is real, so yeah, T-Bolt is awesome. Because the Blizzard doesn't get the freeze. I guess you go for the T-Bolt again, right? Get the crit, get the KO. Squirtle might be Blizzard Hydro, counter Seismic, maybe? Doesn't want to risk the accuracy of Hydro. But if Blizzard did 45, Surf might do like 50, maybe not 55. Yeah, let's go. Body Slam clean it up. I think Body Slam cleans this up. Body Slam's like always the right choice too. Because it crits every time, it paralyzes every time, and it's just insane. So Amp, once again, making all the right clicks. When you make all the right moves and the luck is on your side, you are unbeatable. That's what Amp is. I mean, this tournament has been majestic from Amp. I can't say enough great things about how he's been playing. The pony's here. I love the speed. We probably checked that Body Slam does get the Squirtle from this range, which is great. The Krabby's here, though. And what's he going to really do? Crabhammer actually might not knock us out. I would guess it would do in the 90s, but maybe not 100. So he could risk a Fire Blast, which will probably do around 40% to this crab. Especially if he is greedy and dances up, but might not be worth it. He goes Parasect here. Yeah, wow, the Fire Blast would have been amazing, but we still have Fire Blast capabilities. If we hit this Fire Blast, it's GG. Weezing knows Thunderbolt, and I mean, Sludge might even knock out Parasect. He's got Charmeleon, I knew it! Wow. Yeah, he's really Ash. I mean, he's got Charmeleon's rival there in Parasect. I know that Paris one-shots Charmeleon with Scratch? I don't know. Kind of crazy, right? And then becomes Parasect. But this game is kind of looking over. I think Livid has to double here into a water type and hope that we switch out into Pony. But I'm switching out to Ponyta every time here. I know Livid's whole team. I know Weezing one-shots Squirtle from this range, one-shots Parasect from this range, two-shots Krabby from this range. So I'm saving Weezing. Is Weezing... He's not faster than Krabby. He is speed tied with Squirtle, so could be a little tricky there. Weezing did use Sludge there, so I'm really interested if Sludge would have one-shotted the Parasect. Oh, decent chance, so worth doing it just for the accuracy there. We do have a water type. It is the namesake. Amp is just going to win with his namesake. This is going to be amazing. Oh, kind of hoped he went for the greed there, because the amnesia there would have been pretty good, right? Then he'd one-shot Parasect. Now he won't. But I guess he doesn't need to. I guess he just does not care. You go back to Weezing here. You can't let the Krabby come in and set up, right? That's like your loss condition. But that might be your only one. I mean, this matchup is brutal for Livid. I would be Livid if this was my team in the finals of the World Cup of Ranbats. This team is garbage. Emko's Pony there. Just interesting, maybe just playing it safe, thinking that Livid was going to switch into Charmeleon, predicting the Weezing to come out. Totally fine. We want to keep Weezing for the Krabby, but maybe we have, I mean, if we have an electric type in the bag, like this game, I would be shocked if we lost. I would be shocked if we lost this game. Because we'd have to have nothing faster than Krabby. Because Pony just stays in here and Fire Blasts. And two blasts put Krabby in range for anything. You could switch out to Weezing here and just Thunderbolt. And kind of say, look, at +2, it takes 3 Body Slams still to knock me out as Weezing. So, yeah, maybe I'd do that, but just a nice Fire Blast into the Crabhammer, no problem. Weezing can come out here. If we have something faster, we've got Meowth. Unbelievable. Meowth can't get paralyzed by Krabby. It two-shots Charmeleon from this range. It two-shots Krabby from this range. This game's over. Game 1 was all the excitement and thrill you could handle. Game 2 has just been a straightforward, I have the better team, I'm getting the better luck, I'm making even plays with Livid. Right, Livid's been playing fine. But that seals it. Amp. What a run. He brought us to victory in the tiebreaker in the quarters. He dominated his semifinal matchup. And he and Livid played an even match. About as even as it can be in the first game. And again, Like I said, Livid made great plays in the second game too. Nothing that I would have changed really, but just the matchup didn't go his way, and the luck didn't. I mean, he missed back-to-back sleep powders to start. Brutal. But Amp does what Amp does. He takes it home for us, and US Northeast is now up 2-0 in this race to 7. Let's see what we can do in our next matchup. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Go Amp!